Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss about second lecture from antiarrhythmic agents. In previous lecture, that is lecture 1 from antiarrhythmic agents, we have discussed about the introduction of arrhythmias as well as different types of arrhythmia and normal action potential that is generated into the myocardial cells. In today's lecture, we will discuss about antiarrhythmic agents, that is definition, then classification of antiarrhythmic agents and discussion of different classes of antiarrhythmic agents. So what is antiarrhythmic agents? These are agents or drugs that are capable of reverting any irregular cardiac rhythm or rate to the normal condition. We know that antiarrhythmic agents are the drugs which are useful for the management and treatment of arrhythmia. And what is arrhythmia? Arrhythmia, it is the condition in which cardiac rhythm becomes irregular or heart rate becomes irregular. So these drugs are capable of reverting any irregular cardiac rhythm or any irregular heart rate to the normal condition. Right? These agents are also known as the anti-dysarrhythmic agents. Right? Dysarrhythmic, that means dysarrhythmia, that means arrhythmia, that is irregularity in the cardiac rhythm, heart rate. Right? That's why these agents are also known as the anti-dysarrhythmic agents, which are useful to correct the cardiac rhythm and heart rate, right? And to correct the cardiac function, that is myocardial function, to the normal level. Now classification of the antiarrhythmic agents. There are different 4 classes of antiarrhythmic agents. Class 1 is known as the sodium channel blockers. Class 2 it is beta adrenergic agents. Class 3 antiarrhythmic agents are potassium channel blockers, and class 4 antiarrhythmic agents are calcium channel blockers. Now here keep in mind that class 1 antiarrhythmic agent, that means sodium channel blockers only. You cannot write class 1 antiarrhythmic agents as potassium channel blockers or calcium channel blockers or beta adrenergic agent. Class 1, that means sodium channel blockers only, right? You cannot change the class and name of the class, right? Class 2, that means class 2 antiarrhythmic agents, that means beta adrenergic agents only. You cannot write potassium channel blockers as a class 2 antiarrhythmic agents, right? Potassium channel blockers only and only class 3 antiarrhythmic agents is considered, right? So class 1 antiarrhythmic agents, that means sodium channel blockers. Class 2 antiarrhythmic agents, that means beta adrenergic agent. Class 3 antiarrhythmic agents, that means potassium channel blockers. And class 4 antiarrhythmic agents, that means calcium channel blockers, right? You cannot change the class and name of the drug like others, right? Like others drugs, you cannot change the class number and name of the antiarrhythmic agents, right? That is fixed, class 1, class 2, class 3 and class 4 antiarrhythmic agents. Now class 1 antiarrhythmic agents, that is sodium channel blockers, are further divided into 3 subclasses, and it is known as class 1A, class 1B and class 1C antiarrhythmic agent. That is also fixed, right? Here also you cannot write B class in place of A or C, right? For example, class 1A sodium channel blockers are moderate to marked sodium channel blockers, right? Moderate to marked sodium channel blockers are known as the class 1A antiarrhythmic agents. Then mild to moderate sodium channel blockers are known as class 1B antiarrhythmic agents. Third one is marked blockers, that is marked sodium channel blockers, that is class 1C sodium channel blockers. Right, here A, B and C also fixed. Class 1A, that means moderate to marked blocker, class 1B, that means mild to moderate blockers, and class 1C, that means marked sodium channel blockers. Here also you cannot change the ABC with name, right? So this is the classification of antiarrhythmic agent. Now see the examples of different antiarrhythmic agents with its structure. Class 1A, that is moderate to marked sodium channel blockers. Examples are quinidine, procainamide and disopyramide. Right? See in quinidine, structure of quinidine, it is the, as we know that, cinchona alkaloid and enantiomer of the quinine. So it is nothing but the quinoline derivative, right? Quinoline alkaloid. It possesses the quinoline ring in its structure, heterocyclic ring, quinoline, right? That is benzene ring fused with the pyridine ring is known as the quinoline ring. Second example is procainamide, right? It contains the aniline that is linked with the amide linkage, and that amide linkage attached with the trialkyl amine group, right? Amino alkyl side chain, right? Aniline to the para position of the aniline, amide linkage is attached, that is CONH, and to the amide linkage alkyl amine group is present, right? Third one is disopyramide, right? Disopyramide has the important feature, that is pyridine heterocyclic ring. Second one is amide functional group and alkyl amide side chain. Here also alkyl amide side chain and one aromatic ring, that is benzene ring, right? Next class is class 1B, that is mild to moderate sodium channel blockers. Examples are tokainide, lidocaine, mexiletine and phenytoin. See in structure of tokainide, there is a presence of xylene ring. Here phenyl ring having two methyl group, CH3, that is known as the xylene, right? And to the xylene ring one amide functional group is attached, and to the amide functional group alkyl amine group is present. Then lidocaine, in lidocaine also same structure, xylene molecule, that is benzene ring having CH3 group, metaxylene, right? Metaxylene is present, and in orthoposition of methyl group, amide linkage like tokainide, here lidocaine also present, right? And side chain is amino alkyl side chain, right? There is a change in only amino alkyl side chain, right? Mexiletine also similar in this tokainide and lidocaine with presence of xylene ring, right? Here to the xylene ring amino ether side chain is present, amino ether side chain is present, right? Then phenytoin is the imidazolidine dione derivative, right? Imidazolidine dione. Here imidazolidine heterocyclic ring is present, right? Imidazolidine ring is present, and to the imidazolidine ring, two carbon are part of the ketone group. That's why dione, imidazolidine dione derivative, right? Now third class, class 1C, that is marked sodium channel blocker. Example are lorcainide and flecainide, right? In lorcainide, there is a presence of piperidine ring, right? And to the piperidine ring, amino group is present, tertiary amino group, and it is further substituted, right? So here tertiary amino group is present, and in flecainide there is also presence of the same piperidine ring is present, right? And fluoromethane group or methyl fluoride group is present in the structure with amide linkage. Here this nitrogen attached with the CO group, amide linkage. Here also in lorcainide, nitrogen is attached with the CO group, that is a amide linkage. Class 2 antiarrhythmic agents are beta-adrenergic blockers. Examples are propranolol and atenolol. These are already discussed into the antihypertensive agents. Class 3 antiarrhythmic agents are potassium channel blockers. Examples are amiodarone and bridalium. Right? Then calcium channel blockers. Example, class 4 antiarrhythmic agents are calcium channel blockers, and examples are amlodipine, diltiazem and verapamil. These drugs also has been discussed into the chapter or topic antihypertensive agents. Now let's discuss individual class of the antiarrhythmic agents. Class 1A, that is moderate to marked sodium channel blockers. These drugs cause the prolonged refractory by blocking the several types of channel. For example, sodium and calcium channel. Right? They block the sodium and calcium channel and prolong the refractory period, and usually prolong the repolarization. Right? Examples are quinidine. It is alkaloid that is isolated from the cinchona bar, and quinidine is D-isomer of quinine. Okay? Quinine is the anti-malarial drugs, and these are the quinoline alkaloid, which is obtained from the natural source, that is cinchona bark. It is used chronically and prophylactically to prevent proximal supraventricular tachycardia. These all term ventricular tachycardia, tachyarrhythmia, right? Different types of arrhythmia or terms related to the different types of arrhythmia has been discussed into the previous lecture. That is the types of arrhythmia, right? Supraventricular tachycardia, that means increase in the heart rate, right? So heart rate become irregular, increase in heart rate, that means irregular heart rate, right? And supraventricular, that means that is because of the ectopic site that generate the impulse, and site of this ectopic pacemaker, that is supraventricle, right, upper side of the ventricle. And because of this type of irregularity or disturbance in the action potential or heart rate, that is known as the supraventricular tachycardia, right? So it is used chronically and prophylactically to prevent proximal supraventricular tachycardia. Then it is very effective in the suppression of atrial premature contraction and also in shielding the recurrences of the atrial fibrillations. Right? These all are the different types of arrhythmic condition in which heart rhythm or cardiac rhythm and heart rate becomes irregular. Right? So in many cases, because of the premature contraction of the atrium, right, irregularity in the cardiac rhythm will develop. Right? So in this type of condition, quinidine can be used. Right? This quinidine can cause the synchronism. Right? That is one type of side effect or effect that is produced by the cinchona alkaloid, that is characterized by hearing loss, vomiting and diarrhea. Right? Synchronism is characterized by loss of hearing, then vomiting and diarrhea. So quinidine can cause the condition of synchronism. Right? Second drug is procainamide. It is similar to the local anesthetic procaine. Right? Procaine is the local anesthetic, and procainamide, it is the amide derivative of the procaine. In procaine, there is a ester linkage, and in place of ester linkage of procaine, in procainamide there is a amide linkage. Right? So simply ester linkage of procaine is replaced with amide group and compound becomes the procainamide. Right? And this provides the greater stability against the enzymatic hydrolysis as compared to ester. That means procainamide is more stable as compared to the procaine because amide linkage provides the greater stability against enzymatic hydrolysis than the ester linkage. So in short, procainamide is more stable than the procaine, right? And in action, it is similar to the quinidine, right? It depresses the myocardial automaticity and excitability, right? Depresses the myocardial automaticity and excitability to the normal level and increases the refractory period, right? So it is used in the ventricular tachycardia, right? Now, mechanism of action of class 1A drugs, that these drugs block the open sodium channel as well as inactivated sodium channel, right, along with the other several types of channel, that is especially calcium channel, right. It slow down the depolarization phase and prolong the repolarization. See in structure, here one figure is given, black line that is without drug, and this dotted line is after the giving drug, right. Action potential that is generated after giving the drug, right. So see what happened here. It decreases the depolarization, right. Slow down the depolarization, right. It takes the more time. Here at a time rapid depolarization occur, and in this see slowly depolarization occur. It takes a time, right. This one is the time duration, and it prolong the repolarization, right. Also prolong the repolarization. Here repolarization occur rapidly. Here it takes a time. This slope is a line is showing the repolarization, that is phase 3 repolarization, right. So prolong the repolarization and slow the phase 0 depolarization, right. All over it prolong the action potential and slow the conduction, right. Then class 1B, that is mild to moderate sodium channel blockers. It have the little effect in refractory and it less blockage of the sodium and potassium channel because it name indicated mild to moderate sodium channel blockers. That's why it block the it cause the less blockage of the sodium and potassium ion than other two classes, right. It has the minimal phase 0 depression and shorten the repolarization. Examples are lidocaine. It is local anesthetic and very effective in treating ventricular arrhythmias, right. Arrhythmias, that is because of the irregularity into the ventricle, that is known as the ventricle arrhythmia, right. Then it has the rapid onset and short duration of action, right. Therefore it is used in emergency condition or emergency situation, right, because it has the rapid onset and short duration of action. On administration it produces the rapid action. That's why it is used in the emergency situation such as open heart surgery, myocardial situations and digitalis intoxication, right. In this type of emergency condition, this lidocaine can be used. It depresses the rate of depolarization of Purkinje and cardiac heart fibers and thus depress the automaticity at this site, right. Depresses the automaticity at the Purkinje fiber and heart fibers, right. Then phenytoin, it is useful in treating ventricular arrhythmias that is associated with the digitalis toxicity, right. And with this drug, different CNS side effects are most common problems, right, that is encountered with phenytoin, and that include vertigo, loss of mental acuity, etc. Right, CNS related side effects can be seen with the phenytoin, right, vertigo and loss of mental acuity. Then mexiletine, it is useful in suppressing symptomatic ventricular arrhythmia. It is very similar to the lidocaine in its action, right, as well as structure also. It differs from the lidocaine in its suitability for oral administration. The major adverse effects of the Maxilatin are neurologic adverse effects like tremors, ataxia and confusion. Right? Maxilatin also produces the neurologic adverse effects like tremors, ataxia and confusion. Then mechanism of action of class 2B drugs it have the less or little effect on the refractory, and it causes the less blockage of the sodium and potassium channel. It causes the minimal phase 0 depression and shorten phase 3 repolarization and decreases the duration of action potential. See here, decreases the action potential duration as well as electrical refractory period. Right? See, with the drug, dotted line is the action potential with the drug and black line is the without the drug. Right? So it decreases the action potential duration total. In black line, see here, action potential is terminated here with dotted line or after the giving the drug. Before this line, this action potential is terminated. Right? Then marked sodium channel blockers class 1C, right? This drug block the open sodium channel as well as inactivated sodium channel and thus cause marked phase 0 depression. There is almost no blockage of other type of receptor, especially it blocks the sodium channel, right? And it has the little effect on repolarization. For example, lorcainide, it is used in treatment of ventricular and supraventricular arrhythmia. It helps to restore the normal heart conduction and rhythm. Right? These drugs are marked sodium channel blocker, that means it blocks the maximum as compared to the other class of sodium channel blockers. Right? They block the open as well as inactivated sodium channel and affect the phase 0, that is rapid depolarization. Right? It causes the depression of the phase 0, that is decreases the depolarization. Right? And it has the little effect on the repolarization. Right? And it is example lorcainide, it is used in treatment of ventricular and supraventricular arrhythmia. It helps to restore the normal heart conduction and rhythm. Mechanism of action of class 1C drug, that is it block open and inactivated sodium channel. It slow down the rate of change of depolarization phase of cardiac action potential but has no effect on the repolarization. See in this figure, this one is the figure for the action potential, right? Here normal ERP, that is electrical refractory period is normal and action potential duration is normal also. See, there is no change in the duration of action potential where it is initiated and where it is terminated, both without drug and with drug are same, right? Just it affects the phase 0 depolarization phase, right? It depresses the depolarization. It takes the more time for the depolarization as compared to without drug, right? And otherwise repolarization and refractory are the same, right? So these drugs only and only block the sodium channel, not other any channel or receptor, right? And depress the phase 0, that is the depolarization phase. Class 2 antiarrhythmic agents are beta-adrenergic receptor blockers. These drugs already we has discussed into the antihypertensive agents. Class 2 antiarrhythmic agents are beta-adrenergic receptor antagonists. They diminish phase 4 depolarization. It depresses the automaticity, prolonged AV conduction, that is atrioventricular conduction, and decrease heart rate and contractility. These drugs are useful in treating tachyarrhythmia that is caused by increased sympathetic activity. Right? These drugs specifically effective in case of tachyarrhythmia that is caused by the increased sympathetic activity. Right? When sympathetic activity increases, that will lead to the tachycardia and tachyarrhythmia. Right? So this drug block the sympathetic activity and diminish the phase 4 depolarization, depresses the automaticity and decreases the contractility of the myocardial muscles, and that will help to restore the normal cardiac rhythm in patient with tachyarrhythmia. Examples are propranolol, atenolol, etc. Mechanism of action of class 2 antiarrhythmic agents. They inhibit adrenergic receptor in cardiovascular system and thus cause depression of the automaticity. Right? They block the beta receptor, adrenergic beta receptor into the heart muscles, myocardial muscles. Right? And that's why decreases the automaticity and contractility of the heart muscles, and it will help to diminish the phase 4 depolarization, and that's why it is help to increase the refractory period. See here, decrease the slope of phase 4 depolarization, right, and prolonged repolarization at AV node, right. It increases the PR interval into the heart rhythm, right. Then class 3 potassium channel blockers. They are pharmacologically as well as chemically diverse group of compounds that have ability to prolong action potential, duration and hence refractory period of the cardiac tissue. Right? Drugs from this class prolong the action potential duration, and that's why also prolong the refractory period of cardiac tissues. Examples are betalutin and amiodarone. These agents share common property of prolonging both action potential, duration and the effective refractory period. Right? This drug also suppress cardiac catecholamine effects that result from sympathetic nerve stimulation. Right? Sympathetic nerve stimulation lead to the increase in catecholamine effect on the cardiac muscles. Right? So this type of effect can be suppressed or depressed by the potassium channel blockers. See, effect of the potassium channel blockers on the action potential, it prolong the repolarization. Otherwise, refractory, depolarization, partial repolarization, all phases are similar. Only and only it prolong the repolarization because it block the potassium channel. Right? These drugs have ability to suppress ventricular tachycardia and or ventricular fibrillation. Examples: amiodarone. It is a benzofuran derivative. Chemically, it contains the benzofuran ring. That is, furan ring fused with the benzene ring is known as the benzofuran. It is initially developed in 1962 as anti-anginal agents. Right? Primarily, it was developed for the treatment of angina pectoris, and due to its ability to increase coronary blood flow and to decrease myocardial oxygen demand. That's why it was used into the treatment of angina pectoris. Its major electrophysiological effect is increase in action potential duration. It decreases the coronary blood or oxygen demand, but also its main effect is increase in action potential duration. That's why it is used as antiarrhythmic agent. It prolongs action potential duration in atrial and ventricular muscles as well as Purkinje fibers. It also blocks calcium ion channel, that resulting into the additional vasodilation activity. Right? It also partially blocks the calcium ion channel, and that's why additional pharmacological effect will produce, that is the vasodilatation, that will help to restore the normal heart rate and cardiac rhythm. Class 4 antiarrhythmic agent, that is calcium channel blockers. These are agents which block the calcium ion channel, and we discussed this class into the antihypertensive agent. Here these agents are concentrated in the sinoatrial and atrioventricular nodes, that is SA and AV nodes. Right? They are used to decrease impulse conduction through AV node and thus protecting the ventricles from atrial tachyarrhythmia. Right? Examples are verapamil, diltiazem, nifedipine, etc. This drug block voltage sensitive calcium ion channel, and that's why they shorten the plateau phase of the action potential and reduce the force of contraction. See, it slow the rise of the action potential, slow down and prolong the repolarization at the AV node. Right? Increases the PR interval. Synthesis of disopyramide. It is the class 1 A antiarrhythmic agents. Right? See the synthesis of disopyramide. Synthesis is started with reaction between benzyl cyanide, benzyl ring having CH2 group, that is benzyl group, benzyl cyanide, and 2-chloropyridine. Right? These two molecules are fused with each other in presence of sodium amine, right? NaNH2. What happened? From the pyridine, second position of pyridine, chlorine is removed, and from the benzyl group, that is CH2 group, one hydrogen atom is removed. Here hydrogen is removed in the form of H+, here chlorine is removed in the form of Cl-, and pyridine ring from the carbon of the ortho position linked with this benzyl group, right, and form the intermediate. Right? Now to this intermediate one side chain is added, right, that is chloroethyl, that is diisopropyl amine group, right, chloroethyl diisopropyl amine group. Right? This side chain is attached to this carbon, benzyl carbon, with the help of removal of H+ ion from the carbon and Cl- from the side chain. This carbon is attached with the carbon of the side chain, right, and form this intermediate. Right? Now this intermediate undergoes the hydrolysis in presence of the sulfuric acid, and this cyanide group is converted into amide group, CONH2. Right? Only here changes occur in this group, that is cyanide group. Cyanide group is converted into amide group, CONH2 group, and form the drug disopyramide. Right? So here your topic antiarrhythmic agents is completed. Thank you.